Okay, you guys, so we need to talk about Brian McKnight because this is just crazy to me. Okay, y'all, so yesterday Brian McKnight posted this whole video talking about how he just won this $8.8 million lawsuit against his ex-wife Julie McKnight. Now, this is in regards to the book she wrote, telling a lot of Brian McKnight's personal business, just really putting everything out there. Now, the book is called Mama Bear Beautifully Blended. Now, he's going on and on about how liars gonna lie, how this is just the beginning because he's coming after everyone who supported her.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Now, from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
Now, as I was looking at the comments, I noticed how people were very upset, not because he said he won 8.8 million, but because he posted this on the birthday of his deceased son, Nico. You know, the son that he disowned and refused to reconcile with, even on his deathbed, knowing his son was dying of cancer, even though Nico had made it very clear throughout his tweets that he wanted to reconcile with his dad, allegedly, okay? Yes, that son. This man really posted that video on his deceased son's birthday. Very disgusting. So Brian chose his deceased son's birthday to post this victory lap video celebrating a lawsuit against Nico's mother. Now, I went digging through the actual court records because that's what he told us to do. And y'all, the numbers are not matching up. Now, the case is in Wake County, North Carolina, and it's public record. You can look it up for yourself. So Brian sued Julie for defamation back in May, but Julie never even responded to the lawsuit. Now, he didn't put that in the video. She didn't even bother to respond. So he filed for something called a default judgment. That basically means that someone doesn't show up or respond. You can basically ask the judge to rule in your favor automatically. So on September 16th, there was a hearing and the judge did grant the default judgment. But, and this is important, the court notes specifically say details of default judgment are under advertisement. That means the final amount hasn't even been decided yet. Now, the judge still had to figure out what the actual damages should be. Now, to be fair, even though that was the last update, this was about a month ago. So a lot can change within a month. Now, this is where I'm giving a side eye and trying to put two and two together. Now, I found the original complaint from May. Now, he said that he wanted compensatory damages of not less than $25,000, punitive damages of not less than $25,000. That's a minimum of $50,000 total. $50,000, not $8.8 million. And the complaint does say, or in such an additional amount to be proven at trial. But there was no trial. Julie never showed up, so this went straight to default. And even then, at this point, the amount still has not been finalized according to the court records. Now, being that Brian McKnight posted this video late yesterday, I'm gonna assume that it just has not updated in the system yet. Now, I searched everywhere on those public records, every document, every filing, every motion. The number 8.8 million appears nowhere. Not in the complaint, not in the default judgment motion, not in any hearing notes, nowhere. Now, when a lawyer files a lawsuit, they have to say how much money they're asking for, and they do this in two ways. Either they ask for a specific amount, like we're suing for 5.5 million, or they set a minimum and leave room to go higher. So it'll be like we're asking for no less than $5 million. So if Brian's lawyers actually thought this was an $8.8 million case, they would have said not less than $8.8 million, or at least not less than $1 million or something like that. But they didn't. They said not less than $25,000. And that really tells you in a nutshell what his lawyers believed that this case was worth. A total of $50,000, maybe $100 if things went really well, but definitely not millions. So if this case was really worth $8.8 million, the number would have been there in the lawsuit from day one, or a number around that amount. And the fact that it's not says a lot. So where is Brian getting that $8.8 million figure from? Either there are sealed documents that we can't see, or he made the number up. And I'm not claiming to know every little detail, but what I am saying is that Brian's public celebration doesn't match what the court records show. And I'm sure that he won because she never showed up, but as of now, nothing is reflecting a $8.8 million win. Now, it is possible, again, that these are sealed documents that is reflecting this amount, possibly. But I'm also thinking, if you were getting sued for $8.8 million for defamation, would you not just show up? Would you not hire a lawyer? That's a lot of money to just say, I'm not even going to bother showing up, because you have to know that by not showing up, you are basically going to allow the other party to automatically win and be able to collect a large sum of money. But I think the one thing that's getting to me more than anything is the fact that he chose to post this on his late son's birthday, celebrating a lawsuit against his son's mother, while claiming a dollar amount that doesn't appear anywhere in the public court filings. That's just a whole different level of hate to me. Now, this is the same man who's been in the news for years for his very public estrangement from his biological children. But you guys, let me know what you think about this crazy situation below. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
We all know that Brian McKnight is officially canceled. No matter how good he sings the songs, whatever, he's canceled. But as of today, he has recently posted that he won the settlement against the mother of his older children, Nico and BJ. But the case was, about contacting Nico and everything. And it's crazy because today, if you don't know, Nico has died of cancer. And today is his birthday. And so he decided to post that he won the settlement and all of them was liars. And it's just so distasteful to even post something like that and laugh and brag. Y'all, it's on his Instagram. I'm not gonna link it or add, because it's weird. He's a weirdo. It's literally disgusting as just a human being, and as any type of father, whether you had a relationship with them or not, whether you wanted it or not, is just terrible. Because yes, you won the settlement, but your child is dead. Like, you won't be able to get that back. And at some point, you have to give it up. Like, at some point, the pride, the arrogance needs to stop. Like, I don't even know what to say.